Hello students, today we are going to discuss some problems based on inverse trigonometric function. So first problem is find the value of tan inverse of 2 cos of 2 sin inverse of half. So these are very common question and normally these question has been asked in board exam. So we start from the innermost value, that means sin inverse half. Now as we know that sin inverse half is pi by 6, so we will replace this by pi by 6. Now 2 into pi by 6 is pi by 3 and cos pi by 3 is half. So 2 into half is 1 and tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Sometime we don't get the standard value. It may possible that you can get sometime tan inverse 2 or something. So that means there are two possible ways. One, that your calculation is wrong, so you have to check your calculation whether if you are not getting the standard value. Second thing is that you accept the value as it is and leave the answer as it is. So sometime it may possible that answer is not a standard value, so we can leave it as it is. Next question is tan of half in the bracket sin inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square plus cos inverse 1 minus y square upon 1 plus y square. So same, I have to find the value. As we know that the standard result for this is 2 tan inverse x and for this is 2 tan inverse y. So I am putting the value of these two functions. Now 2 can be taken common and it will be cancelled with half, so that we are left with tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Now this half is the part of angle, that is why I was able to cancel this with 2. Has the half been there, not the part of angle, I would have not been cancelled this half with 2. So remember this, if something is part of angle, then it can be multiplied or cancelled, otherwise we can't cancel these terms. So now this is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Now we will apply the formula. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula, it is tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy, and outside is tan, inside is tan inverse, so we are left with x plus y upon 1 minus xy only. Next is solve tan inverse x minus 1 upon x minus 2 plus tan inverse x plus 1 upon x plus 2 is equal to pi by 4. So first result we are applying this formula which we have applied in the above question. Now it becomes tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now technically applying tan on both sides so that this tan inverse will be removed, and here we will be getting tan of pi by 4. So that we are left with this expression, and right hand side becomes 1 because tan pi by 4 is 1. Now taking LCM and opening the bracket and simplify the terms, we are left with x square is equal to 1 by 2 or x is equal to plus minus 1 by root 2. In inverse trigonometry, you have to be very alert about the answer. Many times a value is rejected, and which value we have to reject, this only one thing is the solution, that we have to check the answer in the parent equation, so that that value which is satisfying the equation, that will be our answer. So next question is very important for this point of view. Now question is solve sin inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2. So I am shifting sin inverse 1 minus x in the right hand side, so that it become pi by 2 minus sin inverse 1 minus x, and it become cos inverse of 1 minus x, because pi by 2 minus sin inverse x is cos inverse x. Now applying cos both sides, so it become cos of minus 2 sin inverse x, and right hand side is just 1 minus x due to cos inverse. Next, as we know that cos of, this is just theta for me, So as we know that cos of minus theta is cos theta, so I can ignore this negative sign in next step. And now this is a value for cos 2 theta where theta is sine inverse x. So I am applying cos 2 theta formula, 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Now sine square sine inverse x is x square. Why it is x square? Because sine square sine inverse x can be written as 2 times sine of sine inverse x into sine of sine inverse x. So from here I am getting x, from here I am getting x, and x into x is x square. So that is why it is x square. Similarly, if cube is there, then we will write x cube. So 1 minus 2x square is equal to 1 minus x. 1 can be cancelled out, minus can be cancelled out, but don't cancel x. Remember, variables should not be cancelled with each other. So that I will shift the term to the left hand side, and two values are there, x equal to 0 and half. Now important thing is that one value I have to reject because both values are not satisfying the equation. So how I will check? Simple, I will put half in the equation. So sine inverse 1 minus half minus 2 sine inverse half so left hand side becomes sine inverse half minus 2 sine inverse half. It is pi by 6 minus 2 into pi by 6, or pi by 6 minus pi by 3, or minus pi by 6, which is not equal to right hand side, which is pi by 2. So half is actually not satisfying the equation. And when I put x as 0, so sine inverse 0, that means 1 minus 0 minus 2 sine inverse 0, or sine inverse 1 minus 0, because sine inverse 0 is 0, or sine inverse 1 is pi by 2, which is actually equal to right hand side. So see, normally sometimes we ignore 0, but that 0 is answer. So half we will reject it, and x is equal to 0 is the solution. So that is why this question is very important. So this. Now prove that 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sine inverse 1 by 3 is equal to 9 by 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 by 3. So it's a simple and good question. I am taking 9 by 4 common from the left hand side, so that I am left with pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3. Next, by sides of triangle, because pi by 2 minus sine inverse is cos inverse 1 by 3. Now this is based upon hypotenuse, so I am finding perpendicular through Pythagoras. It is 2 root 2. So that is why if I have to convert cos inverse 1 by 3 into sine inverse something, so that something is 2 root 2 by 3, and that is my right hand side. So this question is done. Next, cot inverse PQ plus 1 upon P minus Q plus cot inverse QR plus 1 upon Q minus R plus cot inverse RP plus 1 upon R minus P is equal to 0. These three are cyclic order terms like P minus Q, Q minus R minus P. So if you know the formula for cot inverse, then it's okay. Otherwise it's better to convert this into tan inverse, so that things will be reciprocated. Now formula is very clear. Reason you have to write tan inverse 1 by x is cot inverse x. Next is, I know that tan inverse P minus tan inverse Q. Next is tan inverse Q minus tan inverse R, tan inverse R minus tan inverse P. So all the terms will be cancelled and we are left with 0. Next question, if cos inverse x plus cos inverse y plus cos inverse z is equal to pi, prove that x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xyz is equal to 1. Now For this, what we are going to do, this is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y is equal to pi minus cos inverse z. This step is very important. Now we know that cos inverse minus theta is pi minus cos inverse theta, so that is why I am writing this as cos inverse minus z, and cos inverse x plus cos inverse y is also a standard relation, so I am writing that value from formula. Reason we have to write, because reasons are very important for present class. Now we are left with, as both sides contain cos inverse, so we will remove this cos inverse and we are left with this expression. Next we can shift minus z to the left hand side and this term containing roots to the right hand side. Next is very obvious step, squaring both sides. Left hand side become a square plus b square plus 2ab. Right hand side we will remove the square and open the bracket, common terms cancel, and we are left with required result. So that's it. That's all for today. Take care. Have a nice day.